Oh, the lighting isn't good. That's okay. Relationship update from a spiritual perspective. You can just call me schizophrenic or whatever you want, because, like, in the eyes of the world, yeah, it would seem to be like schizophrenia. But I've been doing this for 10 years, and it's proven to me time and time again that I'm on the pulse of what's actually happening. So it seems as if. So I had plans to go out to Cornwall in February to go and see James Casbolt. Meanwhile, he was still absorbing energy as a saint, a deity, a god of Lucifer, because that was who he was groomed and indoctrinated to be. Now, the mystery of James Casbolt, in truth, is that he's split into two people. There's like a version of him here and now in this physical reality, and then there is a twin version of him in space or underground, or I don't know. That is Michael Prince. And I have spoken to Michael Prince one time. Not telepathically. I've spoken to Michael Prince telepathically throughout all of my missions. I have spoken to him physically one time. Michael Prince, not James Casbolt. And he gave me a cryptic message and he said, "You've been left behind on Sirius B, and I came back for you." And that was it. Because I was like, I feel like I know you. And I recorded it right after this happened because I didn't want to forget it, because I know how the brain tries to forget things that are otherworldly. So I didn't want to forget it. So I recorded myself retelling the story of speaking to Michael Prince one time. This is while James Casbolt was incarcerated. And I do feel like it was a ploy by the enemy to get him incarcerated before I was to find his material in 2018. So I couldn't reach out, I couldn't connect. He had a gag order. Sarah Adams tried to subpoena me to have me arrested and put in jail for breaking the gag order. But the truth was, I was never talking to James Casbolt. I was only ever talking telepathically to Michael Prince. And I spoke to him physically one time on the phone, one time from an undisclosed number that couldn't be traced back. So that tells me the man is split into two people, and I feel like the whole point is to kind of reconcile the two and the one. And going out to Cornwall in February, something happened where my dog was sacrificed. Someone took my dog, killed my dog, and it was like an initiation from my perspective, from my spiritual guidance. This was an initiation because Luciferianism, they require sacrifice. And in, and it was like an initiation. And so I felt like if I were to actually go out there, then I would be complicit in animal sacrifice and sacrifice in general. So I canceled the trip and I said, I'm not going this time, and it's going to be better in the long run. I said, this is going to be better in the long run, and you just have to listen to me and you have to trust me. So things were okay for a while before he was like, I got to go to outpatient rehab. Like, I need a few weeks. I need a break. So, like, you won't hear from me. So, respecting his boundaries, I didn't reach out. I decided to respect his boundaries and not reach out. And then all the while, it was like some spirit took over that, like, painted me as some kind of villain, right? So he's been like totally possessed by the spirit that's like, I'm the villain, and it's like everything is not going his way. But it can't, because I can't permit Luciferian sacrifice and worship. Like, I can't do that. It's not within my nature. It's not within my code. It's not within my being to allow that. So I rejected the initiation, and I said, this is going to be better in the long run. Meanwhile, he seems to have been having mental health issues because there is this split version that is combating, like, the man in the flesh with the man in the spirit. And the whole point is for the man in the spirit to embody the man in the flesh. So when he came to me in a dream last night and warned me about this Boogaloo Santeria stuff, he's not coming from a very healthy place. Like, he's doing okay, but he was in a hospital bed, doing better, but not well, you know? So that tells me, and it's evident because he did resurface yesterday and commented for a moment and then deleted it, but I saw it, I screenshot it. It does seem as if he's really struggling with his faith in general. Now, he's not the only person that I am in cahoots with. There's a handful of men that in particular are denying who they actually are, going along with the ways of the world. So I'm not saying this is sexual or romantic, but they're closely tied to me, and they have been handled by people that are trying to get them to stay in the ways of the world, but the ways of the world are getting worse. They're getting bad. So why can't you stay sober? Why haven't you been sober in 20 years? Why can't you do it? Why can't men be sober? Because there's something to where they are not in alliance with the true soul self. They've been alliance with the world, the worldly ways, the whore of Babylon, Lilith. My biggest criticism of men is you love Eve, but you tolerate the Lilith demon. You tolerate other women around you with the Lilith demon. She's super predatory towards women like me. And she can't get to me, so the only way she does it is through the men. Why does James Casbolt just willingly go into the World Health Organization and give his DNA? They will call him and say, we want a DNA sample, and he will just go. He shouldn't do that, right? If all these women are pulling him in one direction and he just does it because that's all he knows, he shouldn't do that. You got to stop doing that. You know, you got to find means outside of tolerating the whore of Babylon, the ways of the world, the Lilith demon. You can't. It's oil and water. You need to make a decision. Men have to make a decision. But the interesting thing is, the way the handlers had it set up, the way the world had it set up, it would seem as if their entire empire would fall. That's exactly the point. But they're not quite there yet. But that's exactly the whole point. The whole point is to let this empire fall. The whole point is to reject it all. Reject your handlers. Reject the people who pull you in every which direction that you decide to go in, when deep down there's a greater purpose on your life with more money and more abundance. Might not be obvious right away. They can tear away billions, millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars from you, but your will on your life is for you to be more soul embodied. You know, I made good friends with Nate Gray, and I profess that you're not entirely soul embodied. And he agrees, right? He's like, that makes sense. He agrees. You're not entirely soul embodied, right? They're here, there, and everywhere. The world is pulling them in different directions. The secret space program is pulling them in different directions. The super soldier program. You're not a super soldier anymore. I'm not a super soldier anymore. We're done. We're done with that stuff. It's time to be present here on Earth. Like, we need you here on Earth. And I had these meditations with Nate Gray where it was like, we were like children. And I was like, please come back to Earth. Please come back. I'm like pulling shards of him, like back to Earth, back to Earth. And I feel like that's what I'm doing with James Casbolt. I'm pulling shreds back to Earth. Like, we need you here and now. You know, they give permission to all these other people to do all these other things, but I say, like, did you ever like think to revoke permission? Did you ever think to say, like, I don't want to do this anymore? This is not, If this is not within God's will, then I don't want to do it. But I think the thing is, most men have never thought to do this. This is where salvation comes through Christ. You're going along with the ways of the world, but did you ever think about what God's will is for your life? Because the handlers are trying to pull you away from God's will for your life. Your old gods and all these old saints that you worshipped, even if it is Saint Mary, a lot of them worship Saint Mary, but Saint Mary without Jesus is a very sad woman. That's a very sad Mary. You don't worship Mother Mary. It's God through Jesus with Mary. She's not happy getting worship without her husband. She's not happy getting worship without creation being fulfilled in the perfect harmonious combination of masculine and feminine, whether it's romantic or not. This needs to be everybody's modus operandi right now. There is no creation without the harmony of the man and the woman. And the men have been fooled into thinking that their ways of the world are the ways they're supposed to go. Meanwhile, the woman is like, please come back down to earth. This is not you. This is not at all you. And in some of the cases, in every case, in every case, James Casbolt loves pills. Nate Gray loves muscle relaxers. This other dude loves just freaking whatever, can't be sober, hasn't been sober in so long. This other dude intoxicated by the way the world needs him so bad. It's like a narcissistic response to the world. It's like a bug. Son of a bitch. This is like the narcissistic response to the world. Like, people need me so bad. No, you need to be soul embodied. You need to embody your soul now. You need God's will, and abundance is going to flow through that. So they're seeing how abundance is not flowing through the stuff that they're doing. It's temporary. It's fleeting. The pleasure is temporary. It's fleeting. Like, we need you here and now. My Dracula died. Okay, so that tells me that the beast that was is no longer, turns into a prince. He went up to his destruction just to come down, and people are going to be like, what in the world happened? Because they're not paying attention, right? A lot of people are getting like really suicidal. A lot of Christians are getting very mean, painting a contrast. Like, they're getting very mean and weird and giving me trolly comments. It's from the Christians. Did the Bible say that? No, you need to go to Jesus first. Did the Bible tell you to reference astrology? No, you need to go to Jesus first. That's why the Bible tells you not to go to astrology. Dude, everything is changing. And I can feel it in the spirit, and I'm getting it in meditations like crazy. And I am rejecting worship without Jesus Christ. I'm rejecting Luciferianism. It can't sustain. There's no other way. I'm rejecting everything, right? Women will kill your entire bloodline if you don't get your wits about you. Like, your bloodline will die here. Like, your joy will die here. Your pleasure is fleeting. It's fleeting with the pills, the drugs, the intoxication. It's fleeting. The money coming and going, it's fleeting. It's fleeting pleasure. You want something that's going to sustain, it's got to go through the true Christ. Because you can't just worship one saint. You can't just worship Muhammad. Muhammad went crazy. He had a harem, and then he went crazy. Ahab allowed his wife Jezebel to just do whatever because she was going to fulfill his worldly desires. She made him go crazy. It's not sustainable. So this is why James Michael is coming to me in a dream, virtually on a deathbed. He's going to be okay because my Dracula died. That dude is changing because hedonism is not the answer. Bob Osborne with his Aleister Crowley cult is not the answer. And deep down, he always knew that. He was like, I'm just going to collect my harvest. to be taken out. The trash takes itself out. I mean no disrespect, but Bob Osborne, that man is so dumb that it's grim. He's so dumb, it's grim. Sin makes you dumb. Hedonism makes you dumb. Like, it makes you so dumb that it's grim. Pornography makes you so dumb that it's grim. Sin is taking essence of men's souls. They're not fully soul embodied, but they're trying, right? For the first time ever, it's like they're trying, and they're gonna win because God's will be done. We're caught in the crossfire of dealing with these people who have so many problems. It's like they're fucked up beyond repair. Like, I love James Casbolt so much that he was so fucked up beyond repair that I still kept the faith. I don't even tell you guys all the things that I see. And I asked him, does anyone else see this side of you? And he's like, nope, no one else sees this side of me. He's so seemingly effed up beyond repair. And I still love the man, right? Still want to resurrect the soul spirit. Still want that man to be soul embodied. And he will, because that's God's will. Because there was something salvageable about this world that is coveted and protected. And it's going to happen. All right, I think I made my point. That's it for now. You're the right kind of people. Love y'all so much. Please pray on this, and I'll check you again real soon. Check you later. Talk to you again real soon. Bye.